Welcome back. Today I will be showing you how to make a Faka Ha'apai using artificial silk flowers and poly ribbon. The Faka Ha'apai originated from Ha'apai, one of the three main islands in Tonga, and is the signature dance attire for the people of Ha'apai. So for special events in Tonga, you can distinguish the Ha'apaians from other performers based on the Faka Ha'apai. Today, the Faka Ha'apai is widely used in celebrations and dance performances. Let's get started. Items needed are black felt, scissors, glue gun, artificial silk flowers, poly ribbon 1 1/4 inch, and Bonnie craft cord 6 mm. First, I'm going to cut a band or belt that will wrap around the waist, and this will be the foundation for the artificial flowers. You'll need 2 pieces of felt, the same width and length, and it's okay if it's longer in the beginning because the next step is to measure the waist of the person that will be wearing the Faka Ha'apai. When measuring the waist, you want to make sure that the felt sits on the natural waist. And when you come to this point, leave about 2 inches of space so that you're able to tie the Faka Ha'apai later on. Then you can cut off the excess. Once you've measured and cut the belt for the waist, then it's time to prep the flowers. And for this specific artificial flower, you want to cut below the petal about 1 inch to prevent it from unraveling. So cut 1 inch below the petal, and then I fold. This is just metal wiring that's flexible, and then you lay it flat against the flower, and we're ready to glue our flowers onto the felt. Apply a generous amount, and the pattern that I'm using today is the triangle pattern, and the reason for that is that I find that it takes up space. So for those of you who are making multiple Faka Ha'apais, you would benefit from following this pattern if you desire to save flowers for your next Faka Ha'apai. So I like these flowers because it takes up space and it's good coverage, making sure that you keep your flowers close together and to prevent any black felt from peeking through as much as possible. When you've completed the process of gluing on the flowers, next step is to flip your Faka Ha'apai over. And what we're going to do here is, you can see I've already started to glue my Bonnie craft cord on to the felt, and you want to leave about 10 inches or more so that you're able to tie the Faka Ha'apai. And you keep gluing here, add a generous amount of glue so that it can adhere well. Also make sure that when you cut the Bonnie craft cord that you burn the ends so that it doesn't unravel or come apart. The next step is the adding on of this is what you call Faka Ha'apai. You've probably seen this different kiakias, a lot of Faka Ha'apais. This is just an added decor. My mom told me it's called Faka Ha'apai. There's different kinds of kako weaving, and then there's this Faka Ha'apai that they add on to the Faka Ha'apais. And so what I do here, little dot, pea size of glue, and then press down so that it can adhere to the glue. Be careful not to burn yourself. And then what I do is I just usually loop. So I'll just add like pea size glue in between, and then I'll loop here, add here, and then make another loop. And for those of you who don't know how to Faka Ha'apai, I'll have another video coming soon on that tutorial. So that's now it's time to add the ribbons. In determining the length for the ribbon, measure from the waist to the knee. In some cases, preference would be to have longer ribbon or shorter. It's all up to you. So grab 2 pieces, apply glue, and then stick them together. Apply glue to the felt. Then you're going to press down, make sure that it adheres well. And then you're going to continue that process until it's complete. For a more fuller Faka Ha'apai, you will layer the ribbons on top to give it a more fuller look. When you're done with gluing the ribbons on, this is what it should look like from the front view. Now let's turn it over. That's what it looks like from behind. And the next step is to get your black felt that you cut earlier on in the beginning. And what you're going to do is measure it from end to end, and then you're going to cut. And what we're going to do with this felt is we're going to glue, and this kind of seals off everything here. So we're going to cover that up by gluing generously, making sure that everything sticks together. Okay. You know that when you're working with felt, once you add glue, it adheres well. Press down, making sure not to burn yourself. And you keep applying glue until you're done. Also make sure that your felt is not going over above the flowers. So as you can see here, I'm trying to avoid the felt going over the flowers because it will show through. The final step for the Faka Ha'apai is to fold. Now, I fold probably like 1/2 inch. And I keep repeating that same pattern. And what that does is it makes a really tight zigzag effect for the Faka Ha'apai. Got my rubber band. Make sure that you're doubling the ribbons so that when you take it apart, it's easy to recoil back to its form. Like this Faka Ha'apai. See that? Gives it a nice zigzag look to it. As you can see, the possibilities are endless for making a Faka Ha'apai with artificial flowers and poly ribbon. Click like and subscribe for more tutorials.